what's the real story here?
Well, there's a lot going on with Tesla, and I think maybe the number one thing going on with Tesla right now is the stock price. The stock is going crazy. It's hitting a new high today. It has been flying as the company has come out with all sorts of different metrics and information. The stock up 471% in 1 year. It's simply amazing. And for those who think I can't say a nice thing about Tesla, let us point out some numbers in California sales. A group called Polk does a study of actual vehicle registrations, and they looked at how many cars are registered in California, and they came up with some numbers. And in the category of luxury and sports cars, Tesla came up number 3, behind the Mercedes E-Class, behind the BMW 5 Series, but above the Lexus GS and the Audi A6.
And they're gaining, right? And
that's for the first half of this year, over the previous year, when they sold I think a dozen cars.
Okay.
Yes, it's up from that. But I think the percentage increase, it's not a fair comparison. But
okay,
among those cars, that's a good.
So how much does that matter?
Well, there are a bunch of other classes, right? There are, I think, about 16 different classes in the report that I read today, and that's just one of those classes. If you look at overall vehicle registrations for the state of California, in terms of percentage of vehicles, Tesla still has less than 1%. It has 0.6%. By point of comparison, BMW has 4%, Hyundai has 5%, Toyota is a leader at 19%. So they have 0.6%. Or 1%, or maybe someday they'll be at 1% if they have fantastic gains going forward. Nowhere near any of the sort of leaders in vehicles, even luxury cars like the BMW.
Okay, so break down this safety rating situation for
Well, there's
me.
a little bit of a kerfuffle here. Tesla came out. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, did some interviews last week where he talked about this is such a safe car, fantastically safe car. Being safety is so important to him. It's important to everyone. But I think that the statement, they put out a press release and it said, Model S achieves best safety rating of any car ever tested. And they went on to say in that release, the National Highway Transportation and Safety Administration does not publish a star rating above 5. However, safety levels better than 5 are captured in the overall vehicle safety score provided to manufacturers, where the Model S achieved a combined record of 5.4 stars. So in the ratings that aren't the ratings, they got a 5.4 star. Well, in a really rare thing, the National Highway Transportation and Safety Administration came out with a release the same day with a picture of a Tesla on it. So the NHTSA does not rate vehicles beyond 5 stars. And they went on to say the NHTSA strongly discourages the use of potentially misleading words such as perfect, safest, flawless, or best in class to describe the star rating received by the vehicle.
Now, isn't part of the problem also that some of the other luxury cars don't have these same ratings or equivalent ratings? They haven't been tested.
Well, any car that's driven on the U.S. highways is made by a major manufacturer is tested, and the ratings are available online so people can go see where they rated. There are many cars that have achieved a perfect 5-star rating, and Tesla acknowledges that. They just say that in their analysis of a different kind of rating, the NHTSA does not put out that they've got to a 5.4. Now, I talked to Tesla about this today. They said they're going to send me the data that backs up how they got to this number. They didn't say if they'd ever say again the things that seem to spark the ire of the government in their safety ratings people, but they did say they stand by their earlier statement.
And aren't crash test safety ratings different than general safety ratings?
Well, I think, it's important to compare apples to apples here.
Right.
The Tesla clearly is a safe car, according to the test done by the NHTSA, and not safer than a lot of other cars, according to their star rating system. And they don't like dealers out there or manufacturers out there saying things using those phrases that Tesla used.